Okay, let's just, for the sake of the argument, continue. Anyways, so we had just mentioned basically your background and first of all, how you got into this, your background in kiteboarding, basketball, and just your overall beliefs when it comes to how to operate this business, you know, from the top down rather than from the experience down, less than going for just the money, just the profit, just the business side of things. And I think that's something that is, you know, a really good fundamental base to have when you operate in a sector like this, because it's so easy to try and, you know, be profit driven, you know, in a business as one would think, and it's so easy to lose out on the customer service, the experience, and I feel like we've seen that countless times recently in our community. I'm not gonna name
Well,
names, but
no, but you know what is it? The thing is, it's like uh, this is a brand new market.
yeah,
This is a brand new stuff. Like this is new.
right.
This is a new world. So the thing is, if you push too hard, like nobody knows where this shit is going. Like nobody knows shit. Like anybody could come in. Any other companies out there, nobody knows shit.
Yeah,
Somebody found something that works, and they just keep doing it, and they try to polish.
yeah.
But if you tell me where we're going and how we're gonna be, nobody knows. Like a lot of people, smart people with
Hmm.
ton of money, have come in and crashed against the wall and just died. So
Yeah.
we already know it's not about uh, intelligence, because we got a lot of smart people
Hmm.
in the
Hmm.
business. It's not about smarts. So it's not about customer service, because Boost already proven that you could be the best customer service in the market, replacing everything, and
Yeah.
it still
Yeah.
go belly up.
Yeah.
So it's not about smart. It's not about money. So it's about a feel of the market, feel of the things, and then you have, like in my case last year, I recognize that the customer base, we are psychopaths,
Hmm.
psychopaths.
Yeah. Oh, oh, we might have lost Ernesto. Oh, man. All right, not sure what happened there.
Hello, I'm
Hello, yeah.
back.
He's back
I'm
like he
so,
never left.
yeah, like somebody called, and it's crazy.
No worries. Anyways, yeah, like you're saying, we are psychopaths.
So so we're psychopaths, and we're just crazy, all of us. I didn't realize that last year, and I was like, oh, I judge the customer base, So that is the thing, and it's hard to to pinpoint how to do the business, how the best way to go forward,
Yeah.
because again, we just don't know, and we need to figure it out. And
Yeah.
I think if you push too hard and put yourself out there too hard, then you might be caught in the wrong wind, and then you don't know what to do, and you're gonna have to crash.
Yeah.
So that is that is the main thing now, and I don't look at it just as a vendor. I look at it more as a whole community side. You
Yeah.
know, the customer needs to understand that, bro, we're doing this for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're doing it at a higher level, but everybody's doing it at the first time. So, and there needs to be a space of, okay, let's take it easy, let's see what we can do, and then let's try to fix it. Not to go crazy right away whenever something happens. Like somebody happens to them, they go right away to Facebook. This happened to me.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah.
Bro, like you take 5 seconds to think about why that happened, how it came to be, and then we go from there. But no, everything has to be sensationalist. So
Yeah, the
anyway,
mob mentality is crazy. I mean, we see it a lot, and I can only imagine from a vendor's perspective when you're dealing with people, not just in our community, but you know, the layperson. That mob mentality of when something goes wrong to just go and flame the vendor, to just like talk trash about them. It blows my mind. There's just
well,
no desire to try and sort things out. I mean, there are the odd few that will, you know, work it through. But a lot of times when people don't have it go their way, you see them throwing fits and
well,
such.
to me, that's why I people said it's hard to get with me, in touch with me all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I'm watching you. Like,
yeah,
to everybody who's watching this, the same way you watch the person you're gonna buy from, the person selling to you, I'm watching you.
yeah.
I want to see the person. How are you? Can you hold on for a few days to get for a response? Are you gonna be okay? You
Yeah.
know, I want to see your demeanor, because whenever I give you one of my products, that's my brand going into your hands. And
Yeah.
the moment you have it in your hands, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do. And if you're a crazy person, I don't know what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? So I have to
Yeah,
judge you
yeah.
too. I have to judge you too. I have to see, it's not about like, okay, just take my money and you got my
But
board.
Ernesto,
No, no,
what
no,
do you
no.
mean I can't take my board swimming with me? What do you mean?
What you mean is that? Tell me, dude. I thought I seen it all, but I seen more than crazy
Yeah,
stuff. So
yeah,
I like, how come I kind of just jump off a ramp with an SL50 and then don't clear the thing and land on the body? That thing get damaged like that?
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it does.
Go figure,
Yeah, so
huh?
that is all the, yeah, that's all the thing. So, you know, I get that it's part of a bigger trend. It's not just in in our business. It's not just in this movement. It's more the way that technology companies have tried to steer things that the customer doesn't have any say in it. Or the
Mm-hmm.
customer just complain and they fix it because they got the money to fix it. So the problem with that is that makes the customer just a user.
Right.
Always a user, and the customer just grab, pay, and to me, like, no, I want you to be part of this thing. I want you to be part of the experience. It's more
Oh, oh, that got
like
laggy. Oh, holy Mary, broadband.
fuck, you need to tweak your.
Skateboards. Ernesto, I can vaguely hear you. Oh goodness me. Zoom, you had one job. It was oh,
I'm back again.
he's back like he never left. I'm not sure what's going on. I think I'm gonna take the executive decision to just hold off the streaming for now. We'll just do it this way. I'll record it and we can upload it later.
Well,
That
to
way.
me, we could do like a podcast. You can record it, and then we'll just put it on. We just record the conversation, and that will
Yeah,
be that.
that makes a lot of sense as well.
Yeah.
But because it's giving a lot of issues right now with
Yeah.
turning on the stream. Cancel the live stream. Upload later. Okay, so let me just turn this off. Maybe I can spare some broadband. All right, make sure this is recording. All right, we're back where we were, like I never left.
All right. There we go.
I was saying earlier, because there was one where we were disconnected, I was like, if only, or I said, apparently DIYing a live stream isn't as easy as DIYing a skateboard.
It's the same thing. It's hard as fuck.
uh,
Yeah.
anyways,
It's hard.
so
Let me
getting back
put
on,
this in.
go for it. Just so we can keep
No,
the momentum rolling.
no. Let me know.
Anyways, so getting into this market and getting to where you are, I mean, obviously you've lasted a lot longer than some others have. Uh, how? What are some of the challenges that you faced? What have you picked up along the way? Like, cause we talked about like the kind of toxic community a bit. Like, what are some things that you've learned from, and some challenges that you've had to deal with?
All right. So at the beginning, starting from zero, right? I decided, okay, what am I gonna start with? So I reached out to Ted in Trampa boards.
Yeah.
So I started distributing their boards here. And I said, okay, so we're going to electrify this and we're going to do some plans on this. You know, I talked to them before when they came out with their stuff. Okay, I want to do this under-mounted battery and stuff on this board. They were like, you can't do that. You know, this board, you kind of put this over there. I'm like, bro, I already have it running. I'm talking to you already now, but I have my shit running already.
Yeah.
And they could not believe that you could mount it. Because I like the architecture. It was, you know, it's really nice architecture. I was like, okay, cool. And at the beginning, that was pretty convenient for me because they had like a lot of infrastructure done. But then after a while, you know, I did it with them because they had that on their website. They had it like, if you are an inventor, if you are somebody that wants to use our product for your stuff,
Yeah.
Reach out to us. That was like the whole like mentality of what they were doing. So okay, I could work with these guys. You know, I have all the stuff that I want to do and I know I can do. So I could work with somebody that wants to branch out and want to work with, you know, people that are inventing things. But, you know, for them, it looks like the moment they see an opportunity to make some more money, they were not so altruistic. They're like, fuck that, we're keeping everything. You know, what I saw was like, see, when it's the first time you date like a hot girl, first time you date a hot girl, even guys that are looking the other way, you're looking at them back like, what the fuck are you looking? Are you looking at?
Yeah,
So,
but there's a little bit of, yeah.
They were like over the top. I'm like, oh. So I was like, okay, cool. So they kick me out. They close everything. I'm like, fuck. Now I don't have a architecture to work on my stuff. I'm like, fuck. So by this time, I was like, you know what? I'm a firm believer that if you believe in something really, 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 you believe in something. Like, you know, sometimes you can bullshit yourself thinking, I'm in for this, I'm in for that. But there's a moment that you need to stop and think to yourself. You don't have to be anybody. Think for yourself, I'm in on this. Do I believe this? So I'm like, I already had that conversation with myself. I said, I'm all in. So I decided, okay, if I'm all in, I want to do this. Let's fucking burn all the bridges. You burn all the bridges. You burn all the bridges. Everything. Just one way, and it's that way. Yeah. So that's it. All the bridges are gone. Everything is burned. Fuck it. You know, it's just one way to go.
Yeah.
That's no. It's not madman. It's a decision. It's
but it was not an easy decision at the time. I'm sure. I mean,
well, no, it wasn't an easy decision because what was not easy was for me to realize to myself that I was all in doing this.
Right.
You know, once you step back and think to yourself, say, okay, you know what? I'm in love with this thing. I'm in love with this thing. You know, I've been putting so much time of this. Nobody can tell you that. You need to tell it to yourself. You're the first one who needs to acknowledge, you know, this is where I'm at right now. I'm putting so much time on this shit that, okay, this is what I'm doing. Yeah. So this is what I'm doing, and what else do I want to do? And then I look around and say, there's nothing else I want to do. I want to do this. Yeah. And if I want to do this, I want to create this. I don't know where those ideas come from, but I want to create that. So I decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm doing it. And once you take the step of doing it, it's like when you're going to fight. Can't think about like, should I fight? No, the moment
once you've committed, you've committed.
That's it. Yeah. Fuck you. You know, I'm going all in. So I say, you know what? First thing, so we don't have no temptation. You know, the job I call, you know, full. I'm not doing anymore. I was doing service for a company here with my other company. I said, fuck that. Don't do. Get somebody else. You got 15 days. That's it. What are you gonna do? Are you crazy? Said, yeah. So that's it. You just burn your bridges and you have just one way, and it's forward. Now, what is the best thing of that? That adversity, it's the only thing that will, to me, unlock your mental ability, because you don't have any other way. So all the thinking you do is towards that only one goal. So you're gonna get some ideas. You're gonna sometimes, like in that case, okay, that was an obstacle. I say, fuck, this fucking guy is doing this now. After we talk, and it was his philosophy to have stuff there for people who come in. But now he saw that the thing could pick up, and now he wanted to make a money grab. I'm like, okay, fuck that. So people started texting me because they wanted the board. And it was the funniest thing because I say, you know what? I wanted to show them that they're making a mistake. So I will say to the customer, the board, it's 2,600 at that time.
Yeah.
But they're not selling me the board directly. So buy the board and send it to this address to me.
Yeah.
So in that time they were kind of transitioning, and not transition, they were fucking broke. So they will keep sending the boards to me directly because like in a year I was buying like around $50,000 worth of shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, but so to me it's like they see the business, they want to stop it, but you can't stop it because you need the money.
Yeah.
And then to me it was like a way to test the personality.
Yeah. Again,
if you don't
like we said earlier.
To me, if you don't want to fuck with me, don't take the fucking money. Couldn't cut it, but no. We spent like around 7 months like that.
Yeah.
7 to 8 months. And I think they got their money right, and then they say, fuck it, let's cut this guy. Absolutely. So they
blacklisted your address then?
They blacklisted my address, yeah.
Oh, but, Ernesto.
Yeah, but it was awesome because, that's how you get to know people. Because you know what?
It's an achievement of sorts. It's
it's not achievement. To me, I want to see who you are.
Right.
I want to see who you are. And then when your mouth's talking, but your hand is taking the money, I see you. You don't have to talk. I see you already.
My point being, how many people are blacklisted by Trampa, That's
no. If you look around, put that question in the forum, you will see how many people are blacklisted.
You're joking.
No, ask the question. You'll see. There's a ton of people that are blacklisted, not just me. There's a ton of it.
So
or how many people have been blacklisted? That is the question. Yeah, that's the question. That's the proper question. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. There's no hard feeling. I love what I do. Honestly, I think either was a business advice somebody gave them, either was maybe they took somebody in that brought the money, and they say, we're not doing that, we're doing this. Because to me, they had the policy of working with inventors and vendors for maybe 20 years. I don't know how many years back. So suddenly to change, I don't think it was the original guys. I think there's another influence there. Somebody who came in and put money and say, oh, we kind of do this. Yeah. That's what I think it is. So I don't blame it on the guys. But it's fun to see them angry, but I don't blame it on the guys. You don't change the way you've been doing things for 12 years, 10 years, whatever it is, overnight without outside influence.
Yeah.
So that's what I think actually. There's some outside influence. So that is all right.
It makes sense. It does. You said there's no hard feelings between you guys then? Or
they still get angry. No. They still get angry at me. Well, when I saw them in France, and they try to get a little testy. I'm by myself in France, first time. I don't speak French. And I'm over there, just show up. I told her, fuck it. What are you gonna do? What the fuck? Like, come on. I'm from Dominican Republic, and I live in the Bronx. If you wanna think you're gonna be tough and shit. Yeah, you don't have to talk. You have to do some crazy shit to do the crazy shit. So don't go that way. Don't go that way. So if you can't do shit, just take it easy. And to me, that the more people are doing this, the best it is. Yeah. Because again, it's not a money thing. To me, it's about what more cool shit can we do.
Right. And I feel like that's like the healthy mentality behind just pushing innovation. The more competitors that you are. If you feel comfortable with what you're putting out there and you're proud of what you're putting out there, you're not worried about people stepping on your toes. Rather than you are more excited to see more cool shit entering the sphere and you being pushed to innovate more and put out something new, the next generation, because there's just so much innovation, so many things that are coming out and improving.
Look, the only good thing about spending my youth in surfing and basketball is this. You don't compete against mediocres. You want to metal, sharp metal. That's the only thing. And the most great guys are pushing this, the best is going to get. And my whole thing is, I just want the best thing that I can do. And the only way I could get the best thing that I could do is by going against the best thing. Like, let's put it like this. Like, I'm not a big fan of racing because I think that at our stage, racing can cause more trouble than the benefit
Okay.
that will bring. But that said, if you check most stuff, motherfucker got to dial in. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
fucking guy is like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Oh
And he
yeah.
come up
Yeah.
with stuff that is like, you know, I'm
See,
like,
Mo's crazy because he has a completely different formula for everything. He saw what we were doing and said, "Fuck most of it." Came in with
oh
completely
yeah,
different ESCs, a completely different, like from the norm,
that,
completely different batteries, completely different trucks, and completely
yeah,
different
yeah,
deck.
yeah.
And everyone respects Mo for it though, and all his racers. You know, it's
Bro,
crazy.
that is why you need everybody. You know, everybody. The worst thing that could happen is that we get butts in and then we try to make a standard.
Yeah.
Making a standard, you know what? Who the fuck thinks like that? That's why you skate in the first place. You don't want to make
Yeah.
a standard. You know,
Yeah.
there's a little
Yeah.
rebel over there burning half of your fucking mind. So
Yeah.
nobody wants standard. We wanna do stuff. And you know, maybe your stuff's going 60 miles per hour on a fucking board going crazy like Mo does. So
Yeah.
that's what you're doing. Then in my case, I want to go through the city like a crazy madman through every terrain that I could find in the city. There you go. So that's what we're doing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
basically, you know, to me that is the main thing. And the moment you think you know it all, that's the moment you are mistaken.
Oh
That
yeah.
automatically
For sure.
it comes like look, when a lot of my customers call me about a board and they ask me, I tell them it doesn't ride like a regular board.
Mm-hmm.
So it's totally different. And the longer you've been riding, the longer it will take your body to adjust to this new riding style.
Yeah.
So, and I love it because a lot of guys say, you know what, I'm up for it. And they go, they take the challenge, they adjust their riding style, the way they approach things. And then there's the subconscious too, where your body's already used to riding in a certain way. Let me see if I could put this straighter. So how your body's already used to riding a certain way, because you know it's no secret. Once you reach 25, 30, there's no time to think.
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
react. So
Yeah.
your body needs to know the dance, and your subconscious need to know the dance that you're doing. And these boards, they ride totally different. So uh, a lot of guys say, yeah, and they do it. A lot of people, I don't like this. This thing hurts, this and that. I'm like, you know what? You know, you don't put in the time for it, bro. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Just put some time. It's a physical thing you're doing, and you will get used to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they love it. So it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, I mean, even regular analog skating, when you start out, this doesn't feel the most natural, you know? It's
Of
something that you
course.
have to put the time and the commitment to learn, and then suddenly you love it. It's second nature, you're pushing, you're
Well,
reacting.
think about walking.
Right.
Everybody needs to be teach how to walk,
Yeah, for sure.
and
Yeah.
we just do it.
Yeah.
Even talking, we're talking right now. This is not normal. We learn to do it. You know, we learn to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this was somebody taught you, your environment, people around you. They thought what words mean, what little gesture you do they mean. So, you know, we humans, we're adaptable, and and it's sad when people get stiff and they get hard wired into
Yeah.
how something
Yeah.
should be. Like, no, the fuck knows how it should
Yeah.
be.
Oh,
Does it feel good? Does it give you the jitters? Then fucking keep doing it. That's
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the way. Yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
live it, man. Gotta live it.
Cool.
On the note earlier of trample when they cut you off, and you had to full sand, and you know you had to do everything yourself. Obviously, a lot of design, you know, R&D, all of that was involved in coming out with your own deck, your own gear drive,
Oh
and
man, that was.
and from what I gather, you don't have an engineering background. So how did that go?
Well, I have a civil engineering background. You know,
Oh,
I'm
do
a civil
you? Okay.
engineer. Yeah, by training. So, and I study in Dominican Republic. So in DR, we're not a rich country.
Yeah.
So education is free.
Hmm.
So they will try to stuff as much shit they can in your brain,
Yeah.
and so a lot of dynamics, a lot of vibrations, a lot of machine stuff. So the way once you come out with a pretty good understanding of a lot of stuff.
Right.
And you have the foundation that if you don't know something, then you just, okay, let me check it out. And then after half an hour, oh, okay, I know this. So we just found from there. So I decided, okay, I need to do something after that, because I was like pretty down that they did that. I
Right.
was like, you know what? This ain't happening again. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put myself in this position. So there's one thing that I need to be, and it is the master of my own universe. So when I say the master, is the master. Like every little piece, every little part, every little thing that needs to be known and done on that, it will be here. So it will
Yeah.
come from me. So I don't want anybody designing my thing, designing my stuff. No, no.
Right.
Every little thing has to come from me. So I say, okay, I rented another shop. I put my CNC. I decided, okay, let me build the press. Because you know what? If I'm going to be the master of the universe, it start from the beginning and build the
Yeah.
press. So I decided, took a, went bought some metal, check online. There was a couple of people selling presses and stuff. Then I went to the people that do um, Jesus, I forgot this thing, snowboards. And
Yeah.
then I'm like, whoa, okay. Then this is more likely where I want to go, because everything is synthetic. I didn't want to go back to wood decks, for obvious reasons. They just break.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
just break. Even the highest performance wood break, wood deck, I could get you 2 or 3 pictures. Doesn't matter who's doing. If your deck
Yeah.
has wood, I've seen 1 or 2 broken. Simple
Yeah.
as that.
And I think once you
So,
go composite, it's a completely different territory,
well, the thing with composite is that I can repeat it
Right.
over and over and over. The wood depends which wood you get, from when you get it, the humidity, like no. And then it's a material that will snap,
Yeah.
So like if you want to break a composite deck, then you will need you will need to go, you will need to get run over by sometimes a
Yeah.
car, or maybe like a tandem wheel.
Like a
It needs to be like this.
steamroller, something
It
crazy.
needs to be something precise. So
Yeah. Yeah.
in my mind too is that I can't repeat. I
Yeah.
can't repeat the same. So if I give you a deck and you love and get the feel of that deck, and you buy the other one, it will be precisely the same deck.
Right.
You know what I mean? The
Right. Right.
same deck. Like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
not like, wood decks are awesome for what they are, but I think that game is already gone. So I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
it. Then there's a lot of other subtle stuff that I couldn't do. So I said, okay, let me do this. So uh, I find out why there's not that many companies doing composite deck. It's hard as fuck. Simple as that. It's like, damn, there's a whole new
I
fucking
believe it.
world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I decided, okay, cool. Let's put this systematically. Let's start doing some molds. Let's try investigating, testing, checking. Crack the code. That's it. Once you crack the code, started pushing. I built myself with these two, like around 140 or
Yeah.
240, something like that. Yeah, no, more than 240, almost 300 decks. Yeah. So, and then, I started cutting it with a CNC. Then it didn't work. Then I had to go in and cut it with a fucking bandsaw. I ended up modifying the bandsaw too. So all those things. But like right now, the people that are doing my decks, I had to actually design the whole mold, design the whole process,
Yeah.
and I had to train their people to do it, because basically they done a lot of carbon fiber work, they done a lot of things, but they didn't do a whole full synthetic deck ever.
Mm-hmm,
They do
mm-hmm.
some parts and that's it. So I'm like, okay, no, that's not how it's gonna work. It's gonna be done like this and that. Um, at the beginning, it was okay, because when you go in to get a CNC mold made, a lot of people are paying like $16,000 for it, because you need to pay somebody to do it for you. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck that. Once I did the job, I paid like around 1,500 for it. I'm just paying for the fucking metal, because I even have my machinists that could do it for me, and I'm just gonna send it to you. So,
Yeah.
so that is the whole thing. Same thing with the wheels, and then the bearings. Bearings were a big issue, because I was doing like around 35 miles per hour, and when I stopped and grabbed my board sideways, the wheel just fell off, because the bearing on the outside got destroyed, and I didn't
Yeah.
realize.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the clamping system of the gear drive hasn't released it. But when I turned the wheel, it just
It
fell
just
off. I'm like, what the fuck?
that
I was
must
doing
have been
35.
encouraging. Yeah.
So I said, nah, I sat down, and because this is the thing. coming from the skateboarding community, right? People think if you can spin the wheel and the wheel spin a lot, the
Yeah.
bearing is awesome. Like that.
Yeah.
That is the
That's the
quality
holy
of the
grail right
bearing.
there.
I,
Yeah.
I, li- I like, dude, this is crazy. Like, we are not doing that anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you riding your board, let's say like my board. Once you get comfortable with my board, you're gonna be around 25, 35. That's gonna be your
Mm.
sweet spot. That's where almost everybody's always doing that.
Yeah.
So you're riding it for a ton of mileage and you're not checking your bearings.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like whenever you're gonna go a big hill, let's say Lookout Mountain in Colorado. I talked with a few guys that done, because my sister lives there. So I talked with a few
All
guys
right.
that done it, and the brother of my brother-in-law, he done it a ton of times. I'm like, okay, bro, you're gonna go down 2 weeks in a row. What the first thing you do? Or he's like, you check your fucking board completely. You change everything you need to change, because you're gonna be
Yeah.
ripping it. Which one of the skateboarding guys, let's say, okay, I've been riding this board for 2,000 miles, let's check the bearings.
Mm.
No, they just
No.
go.
No.
It's a different use. So I end up with double row bearings and truss bearings. So it's just way safer way to ride.
Right.
That's all I can say. Because you can't forget about it. I got guys with a year not changing the
Mm-hmm.
freaking bearing.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, going back to the R&D, so I decided to do all the R&D, decided to do that. Then the batteries, I already had a good report with the batteries.
Yeah.
But the more I work, the more I see the more like, even right now, I'm pumping out XL40s, and I'm already like, I got like this pin from
Mm-hmm.
somebody, and I'm already thinking on a new design on the same body of the XL40s, because uh, the main thing is, even if I'm doing it, cutting 30% to 40% of the manufacturing time,
Mm-hmm.
I want to cut more. So
Yeah.
I think I already found a way how to cut way more. So you could pump out a 12S3P in 35 minutes. So, because
No
that's what I
shit.
want. Yeah,
Nice.
35 minutes, done and gone. Because I do not want to outsource the batteries. The
Yeah.
batteries. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like, that should not be. I don't want nobody else touching that
Sure.
fucking thing. Like, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's that's my baby. That's all the liabilities, because I give it to the guys. If you're not doing boards in the US, you're good, because you're outside the US.
Yeah.
In the US, we have a different approach. I buy something for you, I fuck it up, and now I want to sue you because I fucked the shit up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God love the
So
Americans, man.
so that's the USA. That's the thing. I fuck it up, and then I want to sue.
Yeah.
So I
If something
want to
goes
be.
wrong, so yeah.
Yeah, so whatever I did, it's your fault, and that's it. So my whole point is, I already had like experience with 2 cases
Yeah.
of 2 people doing some fuckery, and at the end of the day, they lucky they didn't went to jail, because I'm like, no, that cannot happen. Why? Because of this, and that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like let me show you this. Like, let's see what I have here. Okay. This is one of those boxes that I have here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got some goodies here.
Let's see it then. I feel like I'm
Yeah,
in the
so,
workshop, man. I'm in the workshop.
oh yeah. So like even this, when people see this,
Oh, yeah.
you see? So
Uh-huh.
they're like little fuses tab. So you already have your fuses in
Right.
there. So whenever you do one move, you're doing like 4 moves just with this.
Yeah.
And then we have another thing that we're doing, but I'm gonna let the guys figure that one out. So,
All
you
right.
know, if something happened and somebody want to blame you, like it happened, so you
Yeah.
go, no, that should not happen from here. Something else happened. No, that. I'm like, okay, cool. So look, this is what happened. Then you take it over there, you plug it in, all the fuses blow up, and then, okay, what you saying is happening. And most of those stuff, they just fall off right away from the lawyers, because I got my insurance, I got a couple of lawyers with me. So I'm like, we need to prove all this and be able to repeat it all the time, because
Yeah.
like, guys want to go crazy or something happened. Let's say something happened at your place, but you got one of these boards. You could say, okay, you know what? Let's blame it on that, because
Mm-hmm.
like I had somebody that something happened at his place. He didn't even fucking have insurance. How you gonna have insurance in your place? And then they went all crazy, bro. It was like a crazy situation. I didn't want to talk too much about it. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? Let's go all in. Let's
Yeah,
go
yeah.
all in. Let's see what happens. Let's go to the bottom. Oh, no, no. Like, no, no. Yeah, let's go all in. And then we check it. And then what happened? No. You know, it's just life. But
Yeah.
that's the problem with doing business in the US, especially when you get a skateboard, which is already 10 years, and then you decided, oh, it's a good idea to attach a ton of battery and then go
Yeah.
all out.
Why the fuck not, right?
So, anyways,
And it certainly doesn't help though when we
that's what we
see.
did. Was.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't help when we
So,
see packs going up in flames, you know, and even from your
well,
end, but
because this is the issue with battery building, right? This is something that I realized from the beginning. The battery technology is super simple. It's a simple procedure.
right.
If you want more energy density, you put them in packs in parallel. If you want more higher voltage, you put them in series.
Right.
That's the only two things you're gonna do. Two steps, two things only.
Yeah.
So now everybody think they can do about it. Everybody think they can do about it, and they go and they just go and do it. And the worst is that 99% are gonna don't have a clue what they're doing, but they're gonna be able to do, and the freaking thing works.
Yeah.
And it works,
Yeah.
and that's it. It works. So it can be done. Now this other guy comes in, and he wants to do it, and then it doesn't work on that time, and then it burns because it like you know what how they used to say all the roads lead to Rome.
Yeah.
Here all the roads lead to fire. So it's simple
Yeah.
as that. So that one goes up in flames. I'm like, what happened? But you know, it's something about the way we humans in this environment work. Nobody take their time to take a deep dive or something. Let me see what the fuck can go wrong with this. So and make a deep dive for about let's say 2-3 weeks. Try to know everything you can know about that subject, and then you could talk.
Right.
And now you could do, and now you could recommend. Look, I had a tantrum in Vegas a few years ago when they did the Vegas with this guy called Swordboards. And everybody was looking
I've
at
heard
me.
of swordboards. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I want to fucking kill the guy because he's a person that just read comments and headlines from posts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And doesn't know shit about nothing.
Yeah.
But my problem is that he wants to give advice to people.
Right.
I'm like, bro, how the fuck you trick yourself so much in your head that you know that you don't know what you're talking about, but you're the first one giving advice.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, that's why you don't see me too much in the forum. That's why you don't see me too much. That's 90% of the guys there.
You know, you have a point. You have a point. You have a point. And it kills me when we have people who won't have even built a pack or will have built one pack or something, and they're just like constantly the ones giving advice. Or people who've done like a bit. My favorite is when someone goes, you know, doesn't even understand the basics of series and parallel, the energy density in the voltage. It's like basic concepts. Never mind, like the deep dive is how we should all be doing. We should be doing the most that we can now in preparation so that when we go to advise other people, when we go to build a pack, it doesn't end up as a flaming shit show. But no, we love to just sit down and go, well, it's so-and-so said, so now I believe this is true. And that's just, you know.
Yeah, I see it, dude. Believe me, I go in, I scan through a couple things, and I'm like, nah. And I just continue. I like, nah, because like it gets like to me, it's not about having a conversation. To me, it's not about even winning the argument. I don't give a fuck about winning the argument because, bro, are you gonna give me $100,000? Are you gonna give me something? No, I don't get anything. So I'm like, I don't care. But my main thing is like, bro, like I see that you read or saw a post about something, and you just scan through the things, maybe one paragraph, and now you wanna come in and argue with people about something that you know for real that you don't know shit. And then what are the ramifications? Let's say you put a pack in parallel. Let's say you put this and that. Now, how do things vibrate in that freaking scaler? Because the vibration is crazy. Now, I see a lot of people like to put the how you call it, the battery holder.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the main thing with the battery holder is that thing is vibrating still in that holder. If you
Yeah.
don't glue it to something,
Yeah.
so the holders are a good idea just for like spacing, because you can't space it properly. But dude, you're gonna have to glue it to something. This is not a car that has suspension taking up all those vibrations. This thing is like,
yeah, it's taking everything.
And then you have just this thin film of shrink wrap on it.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then if you open a battery like around 7 months later, you realize that there's a lot of white stuff of that thing just wrapping. And then, oh yeah, let's put this in a fucking carbon fiber enclosure. Like, okay. And now you got the vibration.
What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
So it's a ton of stuff. I'm like, crazy, bro. Like, chill a little bit. Let's look at this a little bit deeper.
See, but it's shit like that like, because you have the metal enclosures, right? You still doing the metal enclosures?
I have some metal enclosure, but then I have it deep into how you call it, power coating.
Right, but even then, my point being, you can get away with shit like that because you know what you're doing. You're not worried about the powder coating rubbing off.
Oh,
because
no,
you're isolating shit.
I don't worry about that. Believe me, before it gets that, it's like 4 layers to get that, and on top of all that, everything is glued together. I leave room for heat dissipation, but I don't want the vibration. If it's gonna vibrate, it's gonna vibrate as a unit.
Yeah.
Now the whole unit it's not rubbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my whole point. Like, when you put something individual pieces to vibrate, you're in a big danger, because once you wrap that thing, once you do all that work that takes forever, and you wrap it and put them in your enclosure, nobody's telling me that you're going back to check. Nobody wants to go back to check. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. So it's like, nah. Like,
now, once the enclosure's on, no one wants to take that shit off.
Look, even me, I don't want to check. So what I do, I put it clear.
Yeah.
Because if this is the only thing that could go wrong, so I could see it. So I put clear shrink wrapping. So
that shit's clean, brother. That shit's clean.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want you want something that you could, well, it's visually appealing. Yeah. Because again, if somebody doesn't know, if they don't know how it works, but they know when something it's properly done. Yeah. So even if it is under the enclosure, when you open, I want you to see, oh, this is a different shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we don't have to have that conversation. Yeah. Because that's my whole point. I don't want to have that conversation back and forward. No. You see it like, oh fuck, this is different. So that is the main thing. But at the same time, it's easier for me because now I could design weak points, and I know if something's gonna go bad, it's gonna go bad there. Yeah. And now I can catch it. You know. But what can I say? When it comes about all that, the R&D, I'm still R&D and stuff. Like I said, I got the 40s. I'm pushing. I got like, let me see, where do I have this? Let me see. I got these PCBs. Right.
I really love those PCBs.
Yeah, but these PCBs are for wiring only.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna do a lot more with them. So.
Are you now?
That's another one.
Oh, look at you.
That's another one. So we already have a lot of stuff coming in. Yeah. My only thing is, as long as it's backward compatible, it's good. Right. Because that way, you bought a board for me 2 years ago, and now maybe you want a new board for me. Okay, if you want a different model, so we're gonna have a different model. But if you wanna refresh your own board, you could put just all the new components on the old board. Right.
So that's something you design in mind with then. The backward compatibility.
It has to be backward compatible, because you know what? Like, I don't want to be selling boards to, like I said, to everybody. But the customers, they see new things. You know, you run the battery through its courses. Being already, let's say 3-4 years, you had that battery pack, and you want a new one. And then, okay, if I put a couple bucks more, I could just have basically a fresh same board. And you just have everything swap, and that's it. It's there's no point in screwing people over, forcing you to buy a new thing. Nah, if you want to buy a new thing, okay, you buy a new thing, but it's always something good.
And it reflects well on you as well, you know, the fact that you have thinking with your customers in mind, you know, not just the financial, just trying to get more money. It's like, no, I want you to be able to upgrade when shit goes, isn't as nice as it used to be. I want you to go out there and have fun. I want you to be
Well,
absolutely shredding the streets.
to me, it's about being able to look people in the face every time. Oh, what's up? Long time no see you.
Yeah.
But if I screw you over already,
Yeah, it gets a bit difficult, doesn't it?
It will be an awkward conversation. Like,
Yeah.
So like no. So that's why I like I like
Yeah.
myself that I could go anywhere and talk with everybody, and it's just love because that's what we
Yeah.
got.
Yeah.
And if sometimes you find people that are negative, so you just block. Bye.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So New York City seems pretty all right for personal electric vehicles, electric skateboards, all that jazz. I mean, do you see that staying as it is? Do you see that changing or?
Oh no, believe me, COVID-19 has been a blessing for
Yeah.
personal mobility. Yeah, yeah, because there's a precedent now. Like as a society, I think we should think about it. What are we doing as humans? Like um, maintaining the infrastructure. Let's say subways and stuff.
Yeah.
Even cars. Think about
Yeah.
a car. You own a car. You have a car. A car is a transportation method, but
Yeah.
it's a furnace for ego.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I
mm-hmm,
mean? Like people use the car maybe 1% of the time that they own the car.
right.
So the car is already on the street, sitting there on your parkway, whatever the fuck it is, it's just not being used. That
Yeah.
thing is just sitting there,
Yeah.
sitting there. And then people want always to have their own cars. I'm like, it's a car. It's point A to point B.
Right.
That's why that's why you want. Why put so many resources into that, or why not use like I would love to the cities implement big dense cities like sharing rides.
Right.
So nobody
Right.
gets to own a car. There's a system that we have cars parked everywhere, and you
Mm-hmm.
pick up one and you go, and that's it. You put it with an app, you get in that car, and then we we got a rating system because now technology allows to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You say you left the car clean, perfect. The car has been locked all the time.
Yeah.
When the other person come in,
It's
he
clean.
could take some picture if it's not clean and say yeah, and then you have the GPS
Yeah.
coordinate where the car is, so so we can actually
We actually
verify.
have a system like that here in Malta. That exact same thing.
Oh, you got something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you
See,
see, you
you're
are
on the
in
right track, man.
bro. You guys are in the future. That's the set.
Yeah.
So
I don't
you
know
see
about
that?
that. But it works that
Yeah,
exact same way. It works that exact same
yeah.
way, legitimately. It's all with your
Okay.
phone, right? You
You're with your
lock the
phone.
phone, and there's
Unlock.
just designated parking spots for it in all like the high density areas. You just
That should be
it's like 21 cents a minute or something stupid.
that should be awesome. You just get on the car and go.
Yeah.
Because you pay people pay like let's say an average car, $35,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
From which in the first 2 years you're already gonna lose around 15 of those.
Yeah.
$15,000 up in air, thin air. They're just gone.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that. Fuck. Like really? That's something that's just gonna be rotting over there and
Yeah.
devaluating over there. If
And
you wanna
that's
have
not
your
even
price,
considering the other jazz of like the
forget it.
devaluation
Forget it.
from if people vandalize or it's
Forget it.
just
It's crazy.
yeah.
So to me, it's like, you know, transportation as we know is no good.
Yeah.
So, and then how far away do people go? So, personal mobility vehicles to me is the way to go.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to skateboards, perfect. I have my skateboards in my front door. When you open
Yeah.
the door, right behind that door, there's my 4 skateboards right there.
Yeah.
Those are my push board. They don't even take space. So you could do that. You could have a high performance
Yeah.
machine
Yeah.
that you use to move around town by a door, and it doesn't take space.
Yeah.
You cannot do that with an electric bike. It will take, doesn't matter what it does, it's big. You kind of get them into a
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah.
I have
Can't take
coach
it with
check
you
my
on the
board.
bus. Like,
Bro,
well, actually,
I
there
have
maybe.
I have coach check my colleague at a bar. I just coach check it.
Did
They
you
kicked me out of one.
actually?
Oh yeah, a few times. they kicked me out of a beer garden here in Queens because the owner guy, when I was coming out, and he looked at me, he looked at the board. How long you been here? I go around an hour and a half. He did the math. Like, motherfucker, I don't want to see you here again if you come with your fucking board. Now you're drunk coming out of my bar with your freaking skateboard. Why do you think it's gonna happen? He didn't want to get sued too.
Viva America, man. Gotta love it.
Yeah, so that's
But
my first thing.
I think you're on the right track there. I mean, I feel a lot of us skaters, know the ease of using our own mobility, of taking our skateboard somewhere, and those of us who use bikes know the ease of taking a bike somewhere. Because, realistically, our commutes aren't that long. They're not that terrible, and it's often there are things that we can't schedule around. So in that case, it's not unreasonable to use things like that.
Well, look, like right now in the city, a lot of people are using unicycles for delivery. So they do deliveries. Unicycle are, to me, awesome when it comes to as to use them as a lot of people use them as recreational machines.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not something for me when it comes to that because I've been boarding for so long that there's a connection there that I don't think anything else can bring. But as a utilitarian machine, motherfuckers can pull. So they get the delivery bags on the back, and they take the wheels, and you have your hands free, so you can do whatever you want to do, what you're doing, and you get there, come in and back, and they're making money with it.
So what you're telling me is that New York is basically an Uber circus, an Uber Eats circus. Just everyone's on a unicycle with Uber Eats on their back.
The people making deliveries, they're making money. Nobody wants to go anywhere. They're making money now. They're getting good. Yeah. So personal mobility it's to me it's in the dense populated area.
Yeah.
This is the way to go. Now, open cities where you don't have that much density, suburbia. You could get your car. But dense cities, you have to be something nimble, something fast, and you want to get somewhere because, like here in the city, I could go on the delivery board to Brooklyn and come back within 40 minutes. People in a car, that would be 45 minutes just to get there. So,
right. But in terms of like legislation and law, because I know that's a big issue that our niche falls into. It's just like, oh, a police officer stopped me the other day, or this or that. Whereas it doesn't seem to be such a problem in New York.
Well, this is New York. Like, we don't give a fuck. Simple as that. Like, unless you be in an ass and just cutting through red lights and stuff. You do like, come on, they're gonna pull you over. Right now, the police have bigger problems than us, so nobody's dealing with that. But when it comes to the legality, here in the U.S., like I said again, we got our suing system. So we're not gonna be more legality. If you do something to me, I'm gonna sue you, and then we're gonna go to court, and then I'm gonna take half of your house. So that's the way it goes, and that gets sorted out that way. I see there's some cities that they're trying to implement legislation, but the people from Lime and all the scooters, they're making the job for us. So.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. So. They're pushing. And there's a lot of money there, so
there is a lot of money there.
Yeah.
Especially after the boosted takeover, I guess. I mean, they incorporated boosted, didn't they?
They did, but I don't know what they're doing with that. My main thing is just
I don't know, man. You might see revs on the street now.
Huh?
The boosted rev, the giant honking scooter?
Oh, yeah. Look.
Don't tell me you have one.
I have one.
Oh.
And look at this.
Oh, man.
This is a B1. This is a B1 with the... Remember those?
Yeah, man. Your mounts are just won't.
Yeah, you can see they won't.
Man. That's not a flaw. It's a feature. It's not a flaw.
It's a feature of that. So, but the deck's still good. I took everything out. I'm gonna revive it. I'm gonna put a Unity over there. I'm gonna do some work on it. Yeah. I'm just gonna check it. It still have the original wheels, so fuck.
Nice.
It's really nice. It's good as a historical document.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
One day you'll be like, this is where it started for most people.
I no, it's well for most. Well, they found a way how to put it out there, but believe me, there was a ton of guys doing crazy shit before
Oh
that.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
go,
for sure. But Boosted
yeah,
made it very mainstream, and you had people
oh
like
yeah,
Casey. You
forget it.
know, they were just
They did, they did it good. To me,
yeah,
they did like wow, they did a favor for everybody.
yeah,
They put this on the map. It just grow after that, skyrocket.
yeah,
I
for
was
sure,
thinking,
for
yeah.
sure. Sad to
So
see it
that's
fall,
what I
but
think on that. Yeah.
yeah. Um, another question for you. So, some companies, not naming names, but they have very aggressive marketing campaigns, whereas you seem to operate mainly on like word of mouth and just like your local communities. Um, how else? Like, is that your only form of promotion, or are you doing like other term things for marketing to try and no
Nothing. Nothing.
nothing?
You know what is it? There's a lot of companies that they do work well in marketing. They do well in pumping boards out.
Yeah,
They've been pretty aggressive, and I give kudos to them for doing that.
yeah,
When it comes to the e-boarding community, there's a lot of guys that are a lot of fanboys, and they want to, oh, this is the best board ever, blah blah blah
yeah,
blah. This is the best, and I just laugh, because to me, again, when I'm writing, I'm looking for a feeling, and then I want to
yeah.
translate that
Yeah.
to a performance in the board.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to clients, it's the same thing. I'm looking for the person. Like I'm looking, you see, like you remember Morpheus in the
Yeah,
Matrix?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking for you all my life. Like I know the person that is
Mm-hmm.
trying. Like I know the type of person what they're looking for. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And even though there's a lot of high performance board, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of them. You know, if when a person spend a week or let's say 4 hours with one of these boards, they could come back and tell me, "Oh no, I like my board better. I like this other one better." But
yeah,
I look at you to the face.
yeah.
You know, and I know it. That's it. It's a done deal. Because again, it's not about performance. It's not about how fast you can go from here to there.
Yeah,
It's not about even how it performs when you are on a track. It's not even how it performs when you just ripping it by yourself.
right.
Like the board that I ended up building and the feeling that I was looking for, it's like, okay, I live in New York, streets are shit. Drivers, they are seriously want to fucking kill you. They
I
want to
feel you.
kick you
Oh
out
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
And we got buses, we got all this craziness going around.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it was okay, I need a machine to go through all this crap.
Yeah,
And these machines are only fun if they don't break that often, because
yeah,
they just only fun when they're working. Otherwise, they're a pain in the ass. And it needs to be something that I can get where I'm going. Because sometimes, like, let's start from the beginning. You get up, you grab your board, you're gonna go out that door.
yeah,
So it has to be. It could be heavy, but like first I started with a 2.0 because I think that's the nimblest thing that you could get.
yeah.
It's a it's the same size, all of them, but the weight
Mhm.
it's lighter, so it's something that you can manage. Just grab it like a freaking snowboard, take it down, and then
Yeah,
just go. But I can rock it from there 35, 40 easily. So I could get away everything. I could go through holes, I could go through things, I could
mm-hmm.
pop the
Mm-hmm.
board, it will bounce a little bit. And then when I get where I'm going, it's not small, but it's not so big. So I could code check it
Yeah, you
and
can
grab
go
it
check the
and put
motherfucker.
I'm put it there. I go to a supermarket. I could put it here. I could put it there. So and then all that has to be, it's a proportion to everything. It's a
Right,
proportion.
right.
Like, why do you think all the street lanes are a certain way? There's a
Mm-hmm.
full geometry on street design. There's no
Yeah,
craziness. So whenever your turning radius is more than the turning radius of your average street on your city, you're gonna feel a little bit awkward. And then when
mm-hmm.
you get to those little tight spaces like here in New York, you're seeing the guys in the video, you need to
Yeah,
weave through those. So if you're too big, you won't be able to
right.
do that. Now, say that's the board I went after. Now, there's another side to this. When you get to the suburbs, when you get to cities that are not so
Mm-hmm.
dense populated, then bigger boards they're gonna shine. because you don't have to
yeah,
weave through things. You're just gonna,
yeah.
you
And then
know.
it's like a
So
surfboard. You just cruise.
you just cruise. So to me, that is, well, you said a surfboard. So to me, it's like a longboard to a shortboard. Where you wanna,
Yeah,
where you riding?
yeah,
Where you riding?
yeah.
So to me, I'm most aimed in the dense city
Mm-hmm.
market. You know, some people, even if they don't live in the dense area, they like that performance. So that is
Yeah.
best way to go. So it's more about a feeling than actually a performance, than actually a board per se. It's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what are you looking for? What do you want to achieve? And then can this hardware get you there?
Right.
So that is basically my whole approach. So I had decided from the beginning, not from the beginning, like I could say what, 6 months into it,
Yeah.
I had a client that gave me a master in freaking customer relationships. I was like, this guy was so hard and so full of shit. I was like, okay, let me sit down and push this button to see how far we can go. And we went real deep, and you know, a lot of decisions were, okay, I don't need to sell a board to everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. This is a calm situation. This is like selling art. This chill. This is chill. If you're in a rush, get the fuck out of here and go rush somewhere else, because we
Yeah.
don't need
Yeah.
that. And we'll try to help you the faster we can, but no. Then around marketing campaign, what is the problem with marketing campaign? You know, I've been bombarded by people. We can put 20,000 followers on your Instagram, real people, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
how do I fucking know how I'm doing if all the people I'm paying for them?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. For
like what,
sure.
the, like what the heck? If I'm paying
Yeah.
you to laugh and say yes, of course you're gonna say
Yeah.
yes. But how do I know? Like, no,
Yeah.
then no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, if you make a friend and not just a customer, it's a way better situation.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
way better
Yeah.
situation, you know. Because again, it's not a money grab. This is like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I decide, okay, let's do this and let's do it. So
Yeah.
it's not a short term plan. It's a long term plan. And again, based that I realized that it's a new world, it's a
Mm-hmm.
new market. So you can't, quality will talk by itself. Simple
Yeah.
as that.
Well, I mean, even
Simple as that.
talking to you for this bit, like I can tell that's your ethos. Like you're not the
Yeah.
money grab type. You're very genuine. You say what you think and how you feel, and you operate how you think, not what would be best for this or the other. You're like, this is what I think is best. This is what I've experienced is best, and you go forward with it. And I can tell you're the kind of person that makes friends, not just customers. You know, and
Yeah.
your whole operation shows that. You wouldn't, if people wouldn't actively recommend you, if your boards weren't so good that they spoke for themselves, you know, who knows where you'd be.
Bro, I laugh sometimes about like the other day, right? I I'm going through the part that I sell. I sell some hubs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I say, okay, let me package this. I had it just like you buy one half, like you
Yeah.
buy, let me see. You were buying this piece, right? It's a
Uh-huh.
CNC piece. I say, you know what? It's gonna be an introduction price. So I'm gonna put it for $35, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put a bearing to it so people don't have to do it. So okay, cool.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm losing money on each one that I sell
Mm-hmm.
because I want to just introduce the people to the thing. But then I say, okay, cool. The introductory price is gone, so let's do something else. So I decided to package the whole thing. So instead of me having to buy one here, two there, and then have all this nightmare, I will make a package, put them in a box, and if you buy it, just grab it and send.
And send it. Yeah.
And then I say, okay, cool. It's gonna be 5 complete units. Let me see. Complete units like this.
Like
So you're
that.
gonna
Yeah.
have 1, 2 bearings, spacers, hardware, everything, and then it's gonna be 5, and we're gonna sell it for $400. So here's the funny point: the one that is not wide, it costs $60, and then you need to buy the bearings,
Yeah.
and that's okay. But then I put this as a pack, and each one is coming at $80 plus the bearings and everything.
Yeah.
People went crazy. People went crazy, and then I'm like, fucking guy haven't even make the math.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, do you even stop for a second and make the math? Fuck you, man.
Yeah,
I was like,
man.
fuck that.
Yeah, listen, I don't have to tell you how some people think. They just go, ooh, smaller number. Yes, yes.
I like
Man, it's
motherfucker even
hard.
took it a second to make the math. I'm like, and you
Nah.
are
Some
you are
people
you
don't
thinking
bother though, you know. Some people are 2 + 2 = 5 kind of people. You can. You can.
so I was like, nah, just forget it.
Although
If you
speaking of
wanna
the
buy, you buy.
Hellcats,
Yeah.
weren't some of them wobbling? Like, what was that about?
No, the thing is, there was a problem with somebody that he said one of the wheels jump jump the wall here on the
The
thing.
lip, yeah.
But yeah, but give me a second. Let me see.
Of
I have
course.
1 or 2 wheels of those.
Because I mean, I really like I think like a lot of people really like the aesthetic of the really wide, and I'm sure they ride greats. You know, because we've even seen our man Psycho
So
Tiller going for wides,
yeah.
but
Oh yeah, no, I'm up with him. I had those small ones. So you see, this is a Hellcat. This
yeah.
is what on that one, and then you have this. But
Mm-hmm.
the main thing was, for some reason, what he says is that the wheel jumped the lip.
Right.
The problem is that when you see the construction of a wheel right here, right,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
this part is always thick.
Yeah.
So what the manufacturer does is that they roll up a lot of the fabric, and then they reinforce this.
I see.
So this cannot span. It will not span.
Yeah.
It will get to a point, and that's it. So in that particular case, I really don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just posted a picture. I say, you know what? I will try to replicate it. Maybe it was overpressure, whatever it is. Just I haven't been able to replicate it. So to me, maybe it was a defective unit.
Uh-huh.
Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
I don't build this myself. This is something that
Right.
I get from some. So it looks like something happened. Boom. Then he had an issue, but like personally, I haven't have an issue. A lot of people are
Right.
using it. Nobody
No,
has an
I'm
issue
glad
to
to
me.
hear it.
So to me, it's basically could be a defective unit
Yeah.
that it could be, but again, I haven't have that unit on my hands to
Right.
examine
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And you haven't
I
had it
tried.
happen to you, obviously.
I haven't have it happen to anybody else.
Yeah.
So that's that. Then it comes to the actual performance of the tire, right?
Right.
So the thing again is like what you see and what you perceive in your head, and then what the reality is.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, these tires, if you press them to 36 to 40 psi, they perform real good. The how you call the grip is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's gonna be the problem? You cannot leave your truck set up to a narrower tire. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to ride your bore, like I tell everybody, ride your bore and try to retweak everything,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because some guys want to get from the get-go, like you haven't even get your body adjusted. All those habits that your body had before,
Yeah, they're still there.
you it's still there, and you don't even know you have it because they're unconscious. So you take a wheel in the first day, you want to go 40, 50, like bro,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
not a,
Yeah.
it's not it's not a car that is a full enveloping machine. In this machine that we're riding, you are part of the machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way your body reacts is part of the performance of the machine. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever you change one thing, you need to give some time to your body to adjust
It's a
and then
system.
judge.
Yeah, it's a
It's a system.
system. Every one thing changing affects the entire system. You know.
Yeah, but the problem is that people forget that their body and
Yeah.
their responses, unconscious responses, are part of the system too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so to me, if I give you something today and tomorrow you come with an assessment, I'm like, nah, like bro, like you don't even have
Mm-hmm.
a clue of what you're doing, because in 2-3 days it's not gonna take you. It's gonna
Yeah.
take you sometimes. I would say 3-4 weeks is the time when your body already adjusted, you made the transition, your body already say, not your body, so comes to say, yeah, I can deal with that. So now you could have an assess, okay, this is good, this is bad. And then there is the other thing of wheels. These are small wheels, small wheels.
Well.
So no. When I say to the diameter, it's 8 inch.
Right.
If you want to go 40 miles per hour, you're gonna have to be pushing 4,000 RPMs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're gonna have to be pushing 4,000 RPMs, this thing is gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
So there's no way to balance it. It's
Yeah.
not like we have a computerized balancing machine that can balance it and
Mm.
put it. So you know what? Learn to ride with the fucking vibrations. Simple as that. Again, work your lower legs and learn to ride with your fucking vibrations. Like me, I never balanced one of the fucking wheels. No, why? I don't want to be
Huh?
able. No, I don't balance the fucking wheels. I just go for it.
You just
You know
fucking
what?
send it.
There's gonna be a little bit of vibration, of course, but that's part of the ride. And I have it. You know, you work your lower legs little by little, and you develop it, and that's it.
All right.
But you know, a lot of guys think that the boards are gonna do the riding for them.
No.
Practice, practice, practice. That's all there is. Yeah.
The more you know. The more you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting perspective, but I'm glad that it's a one-off in the case of that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Real.
No,
I'm
no.
glad that that's the case
Look,
and not a.
look. To me, this is the thing, right? We are just psychopaths. We're taking something that is not even meant
Yeah.
to go
Oh
that
yeah, we're
fast.
fucking crazy. When you tell, like, when I keep electric skateboarding isn't really a thing over here. So every time I go and tell someone about, oh, the skateboard I'm building, basically they always boil it down to, so you're intending to go 30, 40 miles an hour on a plank of wood. I'm like, yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, pretty much.
With enough like chemical power underneath to leave a little hole where the skateboard once was, you know, like,
Yeah, yeah.
fuck it, man.
That's the
Like,
whole.
just
What can go wrong?
what could go wrong?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't see it.
That's the whole point. And then a lot of people want to jump in, and it's like, it's not. You got in a tool, you need to sharpen it and make it work,
Yeah.
and you need to get your body get used to that, and your body get ready. You know, so I've seen videos of somebody cutting a wobble in a board, and they were complaining because the board was supposed to be anti-wobble, and I just
Yes, love the
yeah
anti-wobble boards.
no, and I just respond to the guy and say, bro, I couldn't tell you that you were gonna fall like 20 minutes ago because I seen you like a fucking statue. You're not even bending your knees. Like you think that the ball will magically take you everywhere and your body doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, no, your body's part of the system too. You know, get on that and do some technical riding. You cannot just think the machine is gonna do everything for you. For that, we got strollers, you know. You get your mommy to push it. We don't
I don't
need
know
that.
what you're talking about, Ernesto. I love locking my knees on the board and just gunning it, you know? Just fuck it. Where I end up is where I end up.
Yeah, it's a lot of guys.
Yeah, well, actually, that's an interesting. That leads into the next point, which is obviously not everyone's built for these high-powered boards, and you know, boards like Kaly's, where you know that some people just can't, won't, whatever. But to these people, do you have like a go-to, like Chinese or like lower power board that you recommend, or do you just kind of go, sorry, not here?
Nah. Like if you want to strap yourself on a piece of wood and want to go about 30 miles per hour, spend the fucking money. Spend the money. Spend the money. That thing is gonna come back and fucking break your neck. So you know, like to me, it's not about being Chinese or not. It's about, okay, is that thing properly designed to do this?
Oh, obviously,
that thing
for sure.
So you know, like people go and they cheap out in one part, and then that is the one part that's gonna break, and that's the one part is gonna cause you to lose your teeth, lose your wrist, your collarbone.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And
like,
the recovery of some of the injuries that we see as well. It's
bro, I landed on my butt. I could have moved my leg like for a week. No, I don't want that.
I'll be honest with you, man. I've been pushing my board analog for a bit, and I fell on my ass the other day. Not the other day. It was about a month and a half ago. I straight up moved my tailbone. And when I'm telling you, my tailbone's not in the center anymore.
I know. And when you feel, that's the thing. Yeah.
That shit sucks.
So I tell people, like, you know what? When it comes to a lot of Chinese boards, there's one thing you could tell. The person who designed it does not ride.
Right.
That's the only thing. Does not ride. That's where they have it all wrong. Like, if you don't ride, you could be the best engineer. You could come out with a lot of stuff, but you don't ride, bro. So you don't know what you're looking for. You see that feeling that I'm always talking?
Yeah.
You don't know what you're looking for. You just put in power to something, and it's gonna move forward, and that's good. But
although surely there's an argument to be made about different riding. Your definition of riding and what you do out of your time, I feel like that's different from what like these engineers were designing for. They're designing to just get you from point A to point B, like the car. Don't let it blow up, and fuck the rest.
Look, the way I do it, the way BioBoards do it, the way Lacroix do it.
Yeah.
Who else?
You absolute madmen, a lot of you.
No, to me, this is where you're gonna end. Like, it doesn't matter. You can fool yourself anything you want. But these where you're going. These where you're
Yeah,
going.
yeah, it
We
is.
just
It
we just
is.
saying, no, we're going to the top floor, and that's it. Because
Yeah,
little by little, step by step, you're spending, you outgrow your board, and then you get
yeah,
another board, and then that one doesn't feel the same anymore. So you know what? Save yourself some money, save us some problems, just buy the fucking board, and that's it. You're already
yeah,
hooked. You just don't know it. You need to
yeah.
just like, if you need to sneak your money side by side so the wife doesn't know it, you know, that will be
I
okay.
got you. I've got a plan for that.
Yeah, so we got you. So we put it over there, and you just do installment, and that's it. So
Yeah,
you know, it's the way it goes. So
yeah.
that's not about being madman, but this is where they end up. And I think it might go a little further out.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if it's safe. Now I'm
Yeah,
just yeah.
yeah.
So where we're going, I don't know if it's safe, but let's see. I think we
But
will be able to do stuff.
there's one way to find out. I mean, if you told people at the rate that we've grown, if you told people 2, 3 years ago that we were going to be strapping what we're strapping onto boards, the energy density that we're pushing, the motors that we're pushing, people would have been like, and the amps that we're pushing on top of that, people would have been like, no, that's way too much. And yet we have people doing it, you know. So the way,
Well, from before last year, early last year, right? There was no 12S12P pack.
right?
There was
That's my
none of
point.
that
Yeah, and there
until
was no 80. There was no 63 100. There was no one running 80 whatevers.
Oh no, I already 3 years ago already have a 80 100 model.
Oh, did you?
I have a batch of them somewhere over there, but then um I didn't think all the way through because I should have think about the huge body that those things would need to. So I just
Uh,
left them over there. So I got like 20 like 3 years ago. But you know, like in my case, until I found a way how to strap that 12S12P in a
yeah.
compact, because that's my main thing. I don't want to make the board bigger.
Mhm.
Like that's it. That's the size. Like I
No
have a
top
whole new
mounts.
project for those. No top mounts. Yeah, if you want to do off roading, top mounts, we
No
do the top
top
mounts.
mount is 100% function over form.
Yeah,
100%.
but my only issue with the top mount is top mount to me is those carbide lithium batteries, lipo batteries.
Uh
What
huh.
is
Uh huh.
carbide they have? Those high performance lipos.
Yeah.
You put 2 6 HP, an S12 SP over there, that you could get your punch. You don't need to put a huge amount of battery because all you want to do is jumps and stuff. So
Yeah.
you keep it light with a lot of power density. So now
Hmm.
you can rock it any way you want.
Yeah.
And now we're talking.
Yeah.
But as a normal community, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
You don't want to. You want something slick. You want something nice. Yeah, everybody's not looking like what the fuck are those cables. No,
Well, you actually had mentioned bioboards and McCrory. Do you make it like a point to ride other boards like this when you get the chance? You see what they're doing, see
of,
what,
of
yeah,
Well, no, I like to ride anything, so I ride the boards. Most of my customer already have. Sometimes they have the 3 boards. Sometimes they have
uh-huh.
2 of the boards. So I have guys already with $20,000 in the fucking wall hanging right there. So
Yeah, yeah, fuck it, why
that's
not, man?
that's why I don't even see it as a competition because like the people are looking for certain feeling again. They're gonna
Yeah.
go. They have their boards of choice, so they just go for it. So I got a guy who bought one. He's in Colorado, so I'm sending his XL40 on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
He has a Lone Star coming in too. I
Nice.
think it's gonna get on Friday to him. So 1 or 2 more weeks. I don't know.
Right.
I got somebody here in New York. He has a Lone Star, and for December he wanted a 40. He wanted in a rush. He said, Ernesto, I'm gonna give me to the fucking line. I said, I can. I got customers. He said, you know what? I'm gonna put $1,000 more on the fucking board. Just bring it to me before Christmas. Like fucking guy. Okay, cool. You got it. So there's people out there. They want what
Yeesh.
they want, and you just buy.
Yeah.
Basically, those are the people that talk the less. They you don't see them complaining and talking. And they try both boards and they like it for what they are.
Yeah.
It's different interpretation of something that is similar. You
Mm.
know, that's the way. And then I love what all those guys are doing. And to me they're doing a great job so far.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see, so that is. And there's some guys they like the urethane. Sometimes they like the flat decks. Even there's a lot of stuff like that. We are psychopaths. What can I say? We like a
Yeah,
lot of
well, we're
stuff. So
off-road rocker.
yeah. So
How's the personal protection scene? So in terms of wearing helmets and all that in New York and in the riders that you ride with.
well, right now almost everybody uses helmet here. Just
Yeah.
the cool guys with the boosted. They don't like to use the helmets and shit.
Of
But you
course.
know, yeah. But most of the people here in the city, they like the helmets. I lose my
Yeah.
full face helmets. The kids,
Fuck
they
yeah.
have the helmets too.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good to crash and be able to get up, and you'll be
That's part of the sport. It's
no. But it's good that you have a little bit of pain, but don't fuck that.
as long as it's not like a little bit of pain. Oh, I fucked my collarbone.
Yeah, no. You
I'm
just
with
get
you.
up and brush it
I
off.
don't give a
The-
fuck, man. But
yeah, the only thing I recommend, and I kind of stress it more, is the elbow pads. I don't care
yeah,
about gloves because that's just bullshit. Like if you threw your hands out, you're fucked. Most
yeah.
of the things
Good
you're gonna
luck.
do, you're gonna throw your elbow. So I've seen a lot of people using elbow pads that they have like
Mm-hmm.
that rubbery finish on top of the hard
Okay.
shell,
Uh-huh.
and those things get stuck on the road.
Yeah.
They get
Yeah.
stuck. There's like a split second that they get stuck, and then your body
Mm,
can fall on your arm and
yeah.
break it. So I tell everybody, you see that shiny thing that nobody likes? That's what you need. A shiny
Yeah.
surface that
Fuck yeah.
it just hit the road and
Slides.
just
Yeah.
slides. So that
No,
will save.
you
That
learn
will.
so quickly how important sliding is when you come off.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Oh yeah.
man.
So you forget about the whole thing. To me, shoulder pads that cover the shoulder, they go elbow pads that cover the
Yeah.
elbow and
And
here,
yeah.
and that can slide. It has to be that shiny
That
plastic. That's the
shitty
only thing.
plastic looking
That
thing.
shitty
Yeah.
plastic. That's the only thing that's gonna
Yeah.
slide. Get that arm out of the way,
Yeah.
and then those AAA knee pads, old school skateboarding knee
Yeah.
pads,
Yeah.
bro. That thing. That's it. That's all you need because
Isn't it mad
the
how
most.
we've come full circle? When we start when you start skating, no one wants to wear pads, and now we're here. We're like, no, we're pads.
Oh yeah, you need to wear pads, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I had my couple of hits without wearing pads, and bro, wearing fucking pads. You know how
Set you
good it is to
straight.
just get up, just to get up and just like, oh cool, let's go.
All right, fucking go again. Yeah.
Than just be on the ground like for 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, almost crying. You're a
Yeah.
grown man, almost about to cry because pads and elbow pads, shiny plastic, shiny. That shiny
Yeah,
hard shell
sure.
plastic, that's the one you need.
And
Otherwise,
helmets all the way.
oh yeah, helmets.
Ah,
Forget it. That's full face. In my case, I tell all my customers, full face helmet is a
yeah.
must because it could fuck you up. This thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we got, and yeah. And what else? Let me see. We got some projects over there, but I don't wanna talk too much about those. Yeah, we got two models of boards that we're gonna be finishing sometime
No, actually, I mean
later.
that's actually one of the things we're going to talk about. I mean, well, more like closing conclusions, which actually is pretty soon. But yeah, basically, it's going to give you a chance to say, plug what you got, anything you
No,
want to tell
because
people about,
no,
anything that you
because
have coming out.
no, right now, I know we need a companion board. When I say a companion board, it's looking for something in the spirit of the Boston board or the
Yeah,
spirit of a Mini X, something that
yeah,
it's not a high performance. It's something to go around the block. You know,
right.
if you have your high performance board, you're not taking that monster to go to the grocery store. Like what
Yeah,
the fuck?
yeah.
You want something that you grab and just go. So that we're working on something of
Is
that.
this because
I
you
don't
got
know.
tired of coat checking the big 50? You're like, now I can coat check the
That,
little
that
plain size.
that's it. That says like fuck, I'm tired of this shit. So I always like to
Yeah,
go to my supermarket. It's like 5 blocks away. I'm like, I need something
yeah,
because I take my push board. But like, I think
yeah.
I need something just to go in and out. And then we need another high performance. I need another high performer board. So
Yeah.
I'm I got the shape that I need. I got the platform that I need. Right now, I'm mostly debating between concave, W concave, or
Uh-huh.
another top concave.
All right.
So I think that was a conversation that we could put out there. But since it's high performance, I'm tending more to go to
Mm-hmm.
the W concave since it's gonna be more locked into place.
Right.
But something with a drop deck and something like that.
All
So
right. Yeah.
because since I'm taking the 50 out of the way, so I'm thinking we could replace the 50 with a fucking Uh, let's keep the theme. Hell's Gate fucking GT.
Yeah,
Something to
hell
give
yeah,
you
man.
80
Hell
miles.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still in the process. Like I say, I don't like to take it from the performance side. I take it from the feeling
For
side.
sure, for
So I'm
sure, for
I'm
sure.
still playing around with certain uh, parts, certain decks
Right.
with enclosures with the system, and then I'm just thinking, okay, how this fucking thing feels,
Yeah.
what do I want to go with? So it's a lot of mental jerk off that I do,
Yeah.
so it's gonna take me some time to
So
figure it out.
obviously
But
you're gonna stick to composites, but the question I think that a couple people have will be high voltage or not high voltage, because obviously unities are out of the window.
well, we always can do high voltage. The problem is that we don't have manufacturers of high voltage motors right now,
Mm-hmm.
reliable high voltage motors.
Right.
The high voltage ESCs that we are still in the figuring out
Yeah,
process.
we are. We're
So
still in the beta
so
stage,
this
but
so this is a beta stage. So to me, it's like it will happen because the door's already there. It's open.
yeah,
So we will go that way. But the thing is, I think we're still up in the like 1 or 2 years. Like,
yeah,
look, like a lot of people had talked shit about, let's say, inertia and shit. But the unit is a good product. It was well designed.
yeah, yeah.
And even with all the shit that it has, right now we could tell that it still is a good product. It's still out there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that is a voltage that everybody knows how to do.
Yeah,
Every manufacturing guy
yeah.
knows how to do. That's a voltage that is,
Mm-hmm.
the new voltage. It's getting fast because it's piggybacking out of
Yeah,
all the knowledge. So it's actually it's ramping up production real fast, and that is good. And I think within 6 more months we're gonna have in a version that it will be like solid as a fucking
yeah,
rock.
yeah. Well, especially
That I
considering
know.
it's the same designers and all that.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
I
hoping
know.
that I'm just hoping it doesn't go through that same Unity phase of throwing people off the boards for no reason.
Yeah. Well, look, when I ride my boards, this is my mental. Look, I have a motor short on me at 35,
Huh?
shortly. But the way I ride that something is gonna happen. Whenever I go about 20, in my mind, mentally, I'm prepared for something to happen. You see,
Right.
people are riding and they're accelerating. They put their whole body forward. No, 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 no. I mean, I keep my hips back and just my shoulder a little bit because I want my legs. That something happen, my legs can take the
Yeah.
impact. You see, that's riding. So if a machine fails, oh, you're riding a fucking machine. It's gonna fail. One
Yeah.
day it's gonna
Yeah.
fail. So whenever you're riding, whenever you press that throttle, mentally you have to be prepared. Shit's gonna hit the fan and you're gonna ride that razor thin edge and just do it. Don't think because somebody designed this thing is gonna perform how you think it's gonna do it. No, no, you need to
I don't
be
know, man.
that
If I
person.
live, I get to sue them. You know.
That's what people do. That's what people do. So to me, it takes time because again, we are in the bed stage.
Yeah.
We just that thing was just finished designing like a few months ago.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a few more months, and not the sad. The reality is that we as a community, we're gonna have to be the beta unit.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna have to be the tester. And instead of shedding on the things, let's go in and say, you know what, this is what happened. And then try to document, try to replicate it,
Mm-hmm.
try to send the information so the guys can take a look at it and say, oh, look at this. Oh, I've never seen it this way. And then boom, they
Yeah.
fit it. And boom, they fit it. And boom, they fit it. And then we can patch all the holes and now
I think we
fun.
forget what beta is. When we go to beta test something, I think a lot of us just see it as an opportunity to get something sooner. But it's like,
Oh yeah.
we just forget the actual meaning of no. If you're beta testing, you acknowledge that there's risks that you're taking.
Yeah, there's risk. Everybody knows, like none of the companies in this market right now, none of them,
Mm-hmm.
not even the big companies, have the money to truly test it.
Yeah.
A device. Like if you go to a car, you need like this $10 million to do it.
Mm-hmm.
To do one design, just to get it that is good for production.
Yeah.
$10 million, like a truly tested unit that is moving. So nobody has that money. So we put stuff, we try to do small batches. Something goes wrong, we fix it, and then we go back. So whoever trying to jump into things too fast, you need to know that there's that risk.
Right.
There's that risk. We're not hiding it. Nobody's trying to sell you like, we're not trying to backstab you. This is the reality. You're jumping into something that we are working on it, and you agree to work with us. So the more objective, the conversation can be, then the faster we get this thing off the ground. And once we get off the ground, everybody's happy, and then somebody will have another higher voltage ESC by that time. And then,
for sure, for sure.
And then we'll start all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah,
but that's the main thing, But
yeah,
cool.
no, I'm with you. I think people just don't like getting thrown off their boards, and then when they do get thrown off their boards, they forget all about that beta testing shit. They're like, I want blood, I want money, and I want revenge.
Yeah. That's why you need to put your disclaimer, liability release early,
and choose your testers right, I guess. But as long as it gets sorted. I guess we can end up closing soon.
It will get sorted, all those things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess we can end up closing soon. We going for a good while. Let you get back to your family and all that. But in conclusion, is there anything that you'd like to say as a closing remark? Anything that you want people to check you out? New product release, although we kind of touched on that.
No, those things.
Just a general memo.
Yeah. No, those things, those things are they're gonna come out whenever I feel that they're good,
When they're ready. Yeah, man.
Oh, or if they're ready, because right now I'm touching to see, if you get excited, we can do it. It's like trying to, what can I say? It's like trying to do some naughty things. So you'll be like, if it's good, if it's not, then you don't know. But
reinventing the wheel. It's reinventing the wheel, and sometimes it works, and sometimes you end up with a triangle, man.
Yeah, and to me, like remarks about, I don't know, since this is gonna be to the forum, so it's gonna be to the forum per se. Like chill, like guys, chill, like just chill. Like, come on,
bro, what? Amen. Amen.
Yeah, just chill, and if you don't like how somebody's doing something, it's a DIY place. Just get your hands dirty, roll up your sleeve, and do it.
It's an internet forum, above all. Like
no. It's a DIY forum. You see, DIY.
Yeah.
If you don't like how somebody else is doing it, roll up your sleeve and do it yourself. Simple as that. And believe me or not, that's what I used to love about Hemisphere. Somebody didn't like that thing, boom. Like you remember, like when Torque Boards. He came out with his trucks back in the day that he welded the thing. It was an awesome thing. And then in those days, then later on, we got Jason talking shit, and then he came up with his other motor mount, and it was fun. Those things were fun because you got a lot of guys that they will say something, and then I didn't like that much, but then we'll come and do it. Like, why are you asking me to change something, motherfucker? Go and get your hands dirty and do it. Like, why are you asking me to do it? I'm doing what I'm doing. You do what you do. So that's something I love. Yeah. That's something I love.
I don't know what you're talking about right now. So your batteries are all wrong. Your unities are shit, okay? Your decks garbage.
I know. That's the way they go. I'm like, where's your deck? But anyway, but it's all love at the end of the day.
It is. And and I think it's so funny because every time there's a meetup, everyone's just so cool with each other. And it's like,
well, because that is like it's like keyboard warriors. Look.
Yeah.
Let me do you this story. The other day there was a lot of unrest here with the police, right? I put a police brutality video because, I'm a guy of color, so whenever I get into that situation, or not that situation, into those interactions, I'm really aware that the first guy they're gonna take down is me. It doesn't matter if I'm in this chair or not. Like, it's gonna come to me like shit. So I posted something. I even blocked the comments because I didn't want people to. I don't want to have a conversation. I want you to see it. Just see it, and then you make up your own fucking mind. I'm not here to teach anybody. And then somebody comes in, and he tried to DM me some bullshit. I'm like, I don't have time for this, so I blocked the guy. Anyhow, then like a few weeks passed. And then somebody wants to test the board. Mostly, I don't test that much boards with people, but the guys already want to test the board. I say, okay, I'm working now from my apartment because when the COVID hit, the thing, my shop lease was about to expire. I said, I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck's happening. I'm
No.
getting out
Smart
of
move.
here. I'm not gonna renew the lease because it's like $20-something thousand. Like I don't wanna do that. I'm going home. So anyway, so I tell the guy, he comes to the building. I leave him downstairs. I go downstairs, okay, check the guy, and then I come back up, and I go through whoever I block or whatever that's around the area to see what's up. And I see, oh shit, he's the black guy I was talking shit. So I'm always have my trusty machete.
Yeah,
Close.
that's a knife. That's a knife.
Close. So I go back down, but I already have it in the shit that I have. So I'm like, okay. So I treat him like a customer, like any other customer, with the same thing. But I got like, I'm just looking because he was trying to push my buttons in the internet, and then he had the balls to come to my place.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fucking guy wants to do, but I'm like, okay, let's see. You never know. You have to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Innocent or
anyway,
guilty.
We go to a ride, we go here, we go there, we come back.
Yeah.
Then he comes here, and then I sit down with my neighbors because they're drinking beers in the front. I let him go ride the board. He's having the fun of his life. We talk, and then he said, you know what, I don't want to buy the board. Well, no, I kind of imagine that he didn't want to buy the board from the beginning. But I'm like, I just look at the guy. He didn't say anything. I didn't say anything about that because I was like, you know what? This is just ridiculous. Like, why do you want to talk so much shit? Why do you want to come into somebody's? You don't know in which danger you're putting yourself. Because to me, it's like, you know what? You don't know. Like, you think you're slick. You're not slick, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know if you sneeze the wrong way, you might lose the fucking arm right now. So I just laughing. And to me, it's like, that's the problem right now. So I'm like, bro, nothing is so big that you're going to be doing stupid things. And then whatever you do online, leave it online.
Yeah.
Just leave it. Just leave it there. Don't bring it to the physical world because
luckily,
then,
a lot of us are good at that.
Because I'm telling you, I was just laughing.
I'm just laughing at the idea of you with a machete.
Oh no, bro!
Everyone else is like open carry. You're just like.
Look. We always have these things somewhere around.
Always got that thing on me.
Yeah, you're not using anything, but you never know. You never know. So you're like, what can I say? I'm like, even my wife was laughing about it. She's like, why do you put yourself in those positions? I'm like, yeah, it's a good idea. Why the fuck?
I don't know, man. I do.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, you want to see if that keyboard warrior is the warrior that show up to your door. Because, again, I want to see you, the person, I want to see you. And then we have the conversation. But it never happened. So, to guys out there that like to do stupid shit, like, come on, bro. Don't do it. The nicest person, like, I don't fuck with people who are fathers. You know why? I don't fuck. If you're a father, like a father, if you have like 20 years under your belt raising somebody, I don't fuck with you. Because it's simple. You love that person to death.
Yeah.
But if you need to whip their ass, you will do.
Yeah.
So think about that. He could be loving you, but he will whip you. So he loves you to death. He will die for you, but he will fucking whip you. So that's the funniest thing. I was like, you know what? And it's something that our society has gone crazy. Like, bro, chill. It's the internet shit. It's the internet. That's a virtual world.
Yeah.
Leave it there.
Yeah.
Leave it there. Stay there.
It constantly blows my mind that some people have the issues drawing lines. But
after that, I decided, you know what? I'm not doing any test ride. Let me not put myself in that position again. Just not to have to chop somebody. But, anyway.
Although, interesting product idea. When's the, Kali machete edition coming out, homie?
Oh yeah. They could do it. I used to have I used to ride around with my bat. Where is my bat? I don't know. I had a bat. I call it a peacemaker.
Yeah.
Because here in New York, some people want to come and talk shit. I'm like, dude, just keep your distance. Just leave it. I don't have time for you to deal with this bullshit. Just keep going, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, not because I passed you. Because this is what I think sometimes. When you're thinking shit. Yeah. That's why I don't smoke. If I smoke weed, I would be thinking more shit. Because I'm thinking shit by myself already. So I'm like, what is it with these people? Why they get so angry when a skateboard gets in front of them?
Yeah.
Do you think if I pass, I will steal the road and you won't be able to use it anymore?
Honestly, the whole concept of road rage like that, it astounds me sometimes. I think some people just don't like to be shown up by a skateboard. You know what I mean? They paid whatever for their fancy sports car, and then you weaving through the traffic.
It
I
could
feel
be.
like it
I don't
rubs
know.
people the wrong way, man.
I don't know. I have guys trying to pass you. Whoa! I'm like,
Uh, yeah, yeah.
see you. That's it. That's it. There's no walking around.
Mm,
Yeah, but it's
and
cool.
hey, and you don't have a $50,000 loan for your fucking skateboard.
That's it.
Win-win.
That's a win-win. That's a good. That's a good point, bro. Those
Oh
things are
man.
really high. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
No.
guys, chill. Just chill. That's all. That's my only thing.
Amen.
Just chill,
Amen, brother.
relax. It's not. It's not so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Cool.
Anyways, Ernesto, it's been a pleasure. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come chat with me. I really want to meet you. This is a pleasure. You seem like a really cool person. I bet you're an even better skater. And I'm looking forward to whatever new shit you put out, as usual. So keep killing it, my guy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for
All
having me.
right.
Take
Of
care.
course, of course. Peace out.
Bye bye.
Take care.